Ganesh. Welcome to my study room. Today let's start last concept of the kinematics, which is concept 11. Right? In this concept we are going to discuss about projection of an object. Projection is nothing but throwing of an object. Right? So consider an object projected vertically upwards. Let's say an object has projected vertically upwards, means it has been projected perpendicular to the ground, right? So when the body has been projected vertically upwards, means there are two motions, the upward motion of the body and the downward motion of the body, right? So let's see first upward motion of the body. So we give some velocity to the body, it will move upwards. So it is the initial velocity of the body. So V initial is equals to, let's say, u meter per second. So we have assumed upwards as negative and downwards as positive. Upward direction as negative and downward direction as positive. So the initial velocity is in upward direction, so that we have to take it as negative, right? So downwards acceleration will act, which is acceleration due to gravity. It is a g, and we have taken downwards as positive, so we have to take plus g, right? So the body will move continuously with retardation, because the initial velocity and the acceleration are parallel to each other but opposite in direction. So the object will move with retardation, right? We have learned it in previous concept, right? And so it will move with retardation. So at a certain point the velocity will become 0 and it is called as the maximum height. So this is the height of the body. This is the maximum height of the body, and this is the displacement which has been covered. So it is they both are equal. Maximum height is equals to the displacement has been covered. Let's say the displacement is h, right? And V final is equals to 0, means final velocity is equals to 0, right? This is about the upward motion of the body. Next, downward motion of the body. So the body will move from up to down with positive acceleration, because the initial velocity and the acceleration are parallel and also in the same direction. So the body will move with increasing velocity or acceleration, right? So initial velocity of the body in the downward motion of the body is 0, because the body is moving from the maximum height to the ground. So its initial velocity is 0, because at the maximum height the velocity will be 0, right? And it reaches the ground with velocity plus u, and note that the velocity which has been given to the body at first is equals to the velocity at last when reaches the ground, right? So but they are in opposite direction, because the velocity has been given in upward direction and here the velocity is in downward direction. So here we have taken minus u and we are taking here as plus u. V final is equals to plus u, means final velocity is equals to plus u, right? So let's find out the time of ascent. Time of ascent is represented with ta, right? So we know that V initial is equals to minus u, means initial velocity is equals to minus u and final velocity is equals to 0. So in this equation, V is final velocity and u is initial velocity, right? So V is final velocity. Final velocity is 0. So we will write here 0 is equals to u is initial velocity. So V initial is equals to minus u. Initial velocity value is minus u. So we will write here minus u. So plus and a t. What is the value of a? Plus g, right? So we will write as g, and t is nothing but time of ascent. So t a, right? So if we bring minus u to this side, means it will become u is equals to g time of ascent, right? So if we bring g to this side means we will get time of ascent, which is equals to u by g. Right? This is the time of ascent formula. Next, time of descent. Time of descent is represented with td. Right? So we know that initial velocity is 0 meter per second and final velocity is plus u meter per second. Right? So here v is nothing but final velocity and u is nothing but initial velocity. So final velocity means plus u. Right? Is equals to u. U means initial velocity, which is equals to 0. 0 plus a t. So a is nothing but plus g. So we will write it as g, and t means time of descent, which is td. Right? So we can write it as u is equals to g of time of descent. Right? So if we bring g to this side means it will become u. Time of descent is equals to u by g. So from this we can conclude that time of ascent is equals to time of descent. So let's find out the total time taken. Right? Total time. Right? So total time is nothing but time of ascent plus time of descent. So ta plus td. Right? Which is equals to ta is u by g plus time of descent is nothing but u by g, which is equals to 2u by g. Total time is equals to 2u by g, and time of ascent is equals to u by g, and time of descent is also equals to u by g, because the time of ascent and time of descent are same. Right? Next we will calculate the maximum height reached. Right? So maximum height reached h is given by v square minus u square is equals to 2as. Right? So we know that maximum height reached is equals to the total displacement covered by the body. Right? So let's calculate the maximum height reached for the downward journey, because for the upward journey it is a bit harder. Right? So let's convert for downward journey. So initial velocity of the downward journey is 0, and final velocity of the downward journey is plus u, and acceleration is plus g. Right? So let's write the equation. V square minus u square is equals to 2as. Right? So v is nothing but final velocity and u is nothing but initial velocity. Right? So v is nothing but in final velocity. So final velocity is nothing but plus u. So plus u square minus u is nothing but initial velocity. Initial velocity is 0. So 0 square is equals to 2. Acceleration is nothing but acceleration due to gravity. So g. And s is nothing but the total displacement, which is h. Right? So we have got an equation u square minus 0 square is equals to 2gh. Right? So u square is equals to 2gh. Right? If we bring 2g to this side means it will become h is equals to u square by 2g. Right? So we have got a formula. H is equals to u square by 2g. This is about maximum height reached. Next we will see all the formulas which has been found out today. Right? So first formula, time of ascent is equals to time of descent, which is equals to u by g. So time of ascent is equals to time of descent, which is equals to u by g. And note that time of ascent is equals to time of descent. This is the most important point. And next, total time. Here t is nothing but the total time taken for the body to complete both upward and downward motion. Right. So T is equals to total time taken is equals to time of ascent by, so total time taken is equals to time of ascent plus time of descent, right, which is equals to u by g plus u by g, which is equals to 2u by g, right. Total time taken is equals to 2u by g, right. And next h, total, the maximum height h is equals to u square by 2g, right. Using these formulas, we can solve the problems regarding projection of an object. This is about the concept level, and this is the end of the chapter Kinematics.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. See you in next video.